Welcome to Precious Plastic Manyatta, where we turn waste plastics into new valuable products.
Who is here? Morning. I brought my plastic. Please wait for them for me.
Let me check them. Oh, they seem to be clean. Are they all clean?
Yeah, they're clean.
Which types have you brought?
PP.
My friend, you brought very few things. Let me just read them for you.
Yeah.
Right. Let me see how much you brought here.
Brother. I thought this thing was supposed to be 5. Why have got
No, 3.5. You can see 3.5.
maybe this thing is 5. No, I'm doubting.
Did you wait the one coming?
Yeah.
No, there's nothing like that. That is 3.5 by 10 shillings. I'm going to give you 35 shillings.
I'll walk all the way from home.
Next time you come, I'll give you a bit higher. You see, you brought PP. If you brought HDP and the rest are good.
That's even not even temple, but for eating the rest of
Next time I'll give you more. Just use them for now.
no problem.
Okay,
Next
thank
time.
you.
Yeah.
I think I can go on to you. Take a look at this one.
Purity, and I'm in charge of the washing. After the plastics have arrived, we need to clean all the dirt. We need to remove the wrappers, these ones, because they are of different types. This one is different from this. Then after removing the wrappers, we remove the rings, the bottle tops, because they fall in a different category. Then the reason as to why we clean the plastics is because the dirt can clog the shredding machine, and the dirt can also spread in the other products that we make here. After cleaning, we dry the plastics in the sun. After drying, we check them in for sorting.
Alright, this is the sorting section. So what we do in the sorting section, we separate the plastics because there are different types, because of different chemical properties and physical properties. So we have up to 7 types of plastic. Actually, we have up to 100 types of plastic, but here we are doing only up to 5 types of plastics. So what you do, we check. We have an industrial code written down here, and then it has a recycling kind of sign, and we have the number inside. So this is what we use to see the type of plastic. Like this one I'm holding, it's a PET type of plastic, or plastic type number 1. So if you pick the PET, you take them into the PET bag, and we have plastic type number 2, which is HDP, high density polyethylene. We have LDP, that's plastic type number 3. We have PVC, polyvinyl chloride number 4. We have number 5, polypropylene. We have number 6, polystyrene. We have number 7, ABS or mix. This is the shredding machine. It has got wheels. The wheels are used for moving the shredding material from one place to another. So
when you want to use the wheels, you first open them. As you can see, the machine is moving. If you find the best place you can put it, you close the wheels. Now when you want to start shredding with this machine, you first switch the main socket. The machine has a socket too. You switch the socket. As you can hear, it's moving, but it cannot work because the emergency stop has not been opened. You open the emergency stop, you reset. We have the speed. As you are going to shred, you can use the speed that you like. We have the backward stop and the forward. As I put the forward off, you see the machine is coming forward, the backward is going to backward. The machine also has sensors. If I remove this one, if I try to remove this and put the reset, the machine won't work because this is the sensor of the machine. Then it's going to work. Now I'm going to shred PP. First, when you want to shred PP, you can shred into different colors. As from today, I'm going to shred color orange. The first way, yeah, this is 1.5. I don't know the time at 1.5. Unless I use the machine, and then. This is the axis. When you are shredding and the things are not going in, you can push them using these things. This one. So I'm going to shred PP today. To make sure you put the plastic into small particles so the rotor can cut into small particles. You can stop and then you open. Maybe the plastic has not been well into the machine.
backward so the remaining particles can go into the tray. Finish shredding the PP and it's color orange. Then I put it somewhere. Or when you shred and you find the plastic is too big, you can re-shred them for easy to demold. This is plastic number 1, PET, but one color. This is another PET, another color. This is blue, this is colorless. This is a mix of PET, blue and colorless. This is HDPE plastic, green. This is PP plastic, mix of PP. This is PP color purple. Again, this is HDPE color black. This is PP mixing. This is also PP blue, and also this is PP. PP and PP again color blue, light blue. This is HDPE bottle caps, mixing of colors. There's red, green, blue, and also rings are inside here, being shredded.
My name is Edwin Bongo, and I'm in charge of this machine called extrusion machine. This machine has two parts. We have the first control panel, the upper part, and the second control panel, which is the lower part of it. Now this machine, the most important part of it, you can mention, we have the hopper, this one here, this is called the hopper. We have the nozzle, which this is the nozzle, and we have the insulation of it, this is the insulation. Now when starting the machine, you have to start it from the main switch, which is at the wall, to connect it with the electricity. That's the main switch over there. And we have this the starting machine, the on and off machine, which have the green one below the second control panel. We have the green one and the red one, of which the green one is for starting it and the red one is for switching it on off. Now we also have the speed and the timer and the emergency stop, which on top of emergency stop, this is the emergency stop, the red one, the red cap and the yellow bottom is the emergency stop, which in case of an emergency, maybe you have dropped a metallic object inside the hopper, you can stop the machine immediately using the emergency stop. And now after that we have the timer. We have the temperature controlling part, which we are using to set the temperature. The temperature controlling part down here, you can see these ones. These are the temperature controlling part. We are using them to set the best temperature when melting the plastics. And this machine I use different types of plastics, which have the PP, PHDP, PVC, and the rest. Now each type of plastic takes different range of temperature. The best plastic we've ever used is PHD, which is taking at least 220 degrees centigrade. Now with this machine, easy to maintain and easy to operate. After every extrusion, after operating the machine, you have to clean it. Mostly when changing the plastic, you have to remove it, will extrude all the plastics in the machine before putting another type of plastic. On the top of when melting the plastics, you melt them. They pass through the tube, come out through the nozzle, where you will be winding products according to your design. When winding, you have to be careful because the nozzle gets hot so easily, and everything around there is hot. The melting plastic is hot, so you just have to take precautions and necessary care so you don't burn yourself. Sometimes plastics can clog around the nozzle. The best thing to do is to remove the nozzle and clean it up. You have two types of nozzles. You have the one removing, one extruding in larger quantity, and another one extruding in a smaller quantity. So these nozzles are things that can be changed with time and according to whatever you want to produce from the melting plastics. When winding, there are different shapes to wind and the different designs to wind. You can choose a design of your own to wind and produce the best product out of it. In this machine, the only thing you can use in this machine is after the plastics have been shredded into particles. That's when you bring them into this machine so they can be melted to produce the best product you can have. Now, these are the kind of products we produce from the extrusion machine. Now, you can see there are different types of colors according to the color you put in the machine. Now, these types of products are very strong and can even be dropped without, and can be picked up without any effect. They are not breakable so easily because of the types of plastics you are using. Now this is a bowl. This can use putting out your fruits or your snacks. You can put them inside here peacefully. Well, they can be used as designs in the house. Once you have put your brightly colored orange in a bowl like this, it's attractive and also maintains the shape of the house. Those are bowls, like different types of bowls. These ones of different colors, different types and shapes, and different designs. You can see this one. They have their bases, so they can just be placed on a flat surface. You can see this one. Well, the same machine we can also use to make lampstands, like you can see this one over here. This was made from the sensor machine. It's colored, it's very nice, you can see. Another product from that machine there is you can have flower vessels. This one here is called flower vessel. You can use it you can put flowers in it to help in designing a room, to make the room attractive and pleasant. That's called flower vessel. You also have other types of bowls for putting fruits, you can see. So these are the types of plastic, types of products we produce from the extrusion machine.
Okay, my name is called here at Precious Plastic Manyatta, and in front of me is the injection machine. It's actually used to make products from waste plastics. So from the shred part, we get all the plastic flakes and use it here. So the first process is to power it on. You take the power cable, put it in the socket, then you switch it on. After switching it on, you ensure that you are in gloves. So you set the temperature. We have got the barrel temperature and the nozzle temperature. The nozzle is actually down here. This one that is doing the injection. Then you have got the barrel inside here. So the barrel temperature has to be lower than the nozzle temperature, so that as it melts, all the plastic melts and comes out smoothly. So once you powered it on, you set the barrel temperature and the nozzle temperature. You give it time and allow the temperature, the set temperature, to be the value in. So you ensure that they are the same, the vessel that you need and the one that you set. After it has matched, all of them are the same, you put your plastics inside here, and then after putting them inside, you ensure you compress them using the wheel, and then once it's fully packed, you give it again time for all the plastic to melt. It can be 4 to 5 minutes, you allow it to melt. After it has melted, the temperatures have come back to normal, both the nozzle and the barrel. You then take your molds. You can take, like for example, this mold that we have over here, the one for the face mask. You put it on the nozzle, then you tilt it using this one here. After that, you inject using the wheel, and then you get your product. finally, these are the colors that will be made from the injection machine. It depends with the mold that you have. So from the mask mold, we have this piece of mask. We only make this ring, and then we buy the wrapper and then finish it up this way. So that is the mask. Then we have the pair of the big 5, and then we have the door knobs. We have the bigger knob and the smaller knob. These ones are for the cupboards and the doors. Then we have got the plastic tiles. The plastic tiles are also here. Then plastic tiles, we have different kinds of cups. Glasses, they are all plastic. Also made from the injection machine. Then we also have with us here plates or bowls, also made from the injection machine. Then these ones are also wedge circles, so you just make them artificially. You make the circle, then you get the center, you get all the gadgets used to make the watch, then you do the writing by yourself manually. Then on this we have got the pair of the big 5 animals. We have got the buffalo, the lion, the elephant, and all that. So this one is mainly to conserve the wildlife. You find that these plastics, when they are wasted outside there, any animal can eat them, especially the wild animals, and they are a heritage to our culture. The animals, the wild animals can eat them, and in the long run they die. But when we conserve them, when we recycle them this way, it becomes another advantage to them. So that is all with the molds that we have.